And there we are. Love it, love it, love it. Very spontaneous action today. I was just sitting here doing some stuff in the kitchen and heard I need to do this. I did it before. We're going to do it again. And I put it into prayer. And now we're going to see who shows up, because this is always fun. So, hi, Leona. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to have a little bit of fun this morning. I kind of got pulled to the camera a little bit ago and said, okay, looks like we need to do this. So please share away. Going to wait for a few more people to show up and we're going to begin. And I see we've got 3 people so far watching. So welcome. Hi, Chris. Good morning. Alrighty, and Louise, hi, awesome. One of the things, I guess I'm going to go ahead and get started because people are moving in here real quickly, so that's awesome. So we are going to have a little bit of a good time prior to turning the live button on, if you will. I always put this into prayer and ask for visions or signs or things that I will understand. And when I do mediumship readings, the connection is always a little bit different, because they're going to try and talk to me with things that I remember to see what it resonates with. So they always start with sights and sounds, smells and tastes. So I'm going to toss out there the first reactions that I got, and then we'll see who else shows up. So Chris, if this is your son, phenomenal. I will share with you the smells and the sights first that I got so far. So welcome, welcome to those of you who are joining me. And I'm wound up, and so are they, and it's just like, let's go for it. So the first thing that I felt and saw were whales and dolphins. I know that's weird, but it was whales and dolphins, and that always takes me directly to Hawaii, the area around Lahaina on the island of Maui. So if someone always had that as their bucket list, or if they were fascinated with SeaWorld or sea life, or something like that, very tropical, that's the very first connection that's coming through. So welcome to everybody. Hi, Sherry, glad to have you with us. So the first messages that were coming through had something to do with dolphins, whales, sea life, Hawaii, tropics, and I can literally smell the ocean. So if somebody was into oceanography or was in the Navy, I'm looking for dove fishing in nature. Okay, Leona. Okay, this is very specific about whales and dolphins, the tropics, the ocean. So this is more like you can see the dolphins jumping literally freely, like not at SeaWorld kind of thing. So that's kind of what I'm looking for right now. That they would have been fascinated by whales and dolphins, like it's a big deal to them. Hi, Roberta, good morning. So I'm going to remember that Facebook doesn't like to scroll on me, so I'm going to try and keep up with the comments as well. So the very first thing that I'm getting, I'm going to repeat it until I can find a match, or if not, we'll move on. This is something to do with someone that was either in the Navy, fascinated by whales or dolphins, something about the tropics or Hawaii. I'm being pulled literally to the island of Maui. Or if they were into, gosh, I don't know if it's like saving the dolphins or saving the whales or something similar to that. It's really kind of what I'm looking for. If they were maybe whale jewelry or dolphin jewelry, or had a statue or a picture, it's like somebody's going to go, yeah, that's mine. But this isn't so much fishing. So, okay, his name was Melvin. Okay, so Leona, let's backtrack to that then, because I know you said your dad loved to go fishing, but your uncle was in the Navy. Would he have spent a lot of time in the, he came from California. Okay, would he have done a lot of whale watching? Hi, Elise, good morning. So, Leona, I'm going to focus in on you right now, because right now we're getting 3 separate things that are matching. Hi, Yaroslava, glad to see you. So, Leona, your uncle, let's talk about him just a little bit. Would he have been stationed in Hawaii during the time he was in the Navy? Hi, Rebecca. So, Leona, would your uncle have been stationed in Hawaii? Because I'm being pulled to that area. And I know, you know, the Navy shipyards are in that area as well. He was in warships. Okay. Would you have been close to him, Leona? Okay, because that would explain the military uniform. Okay, you're not sure. Okay. So let me go back to hi, Sanel. So Leona, let's go back to that just for a second. He would have been in the Navy, but you're not sure exactly where he was stationed. That's okay. Were you close to him, Leona? Because I'm getting pulled. Yeah, when he moved to Scotland. Okay. Forgive me, because the comments are going to be about 30 seconds to a minute behind what I'm actually saying. So that makes sense. Okay, so back and forth and back and forth. And see, Leona, you were close to your uncle? Like, I'm literally feeling him like big brother kind of uncle rather than an uncle. Okay, so let me ask you another question. We have come from a family of 6. Hi, Carol. So, Leona, I'm hearing the number 6. Would that have a significance for the family? Either 6 siblings or he was the 6th. Something about the number 6, Leona, is what I'm looking for. And that way we'll know. Okay, because he's literally showing me like this, 6, the number 6. You have 6 kids. Okay. Okay, so that's where the 6 is coming from. Hi, Leona. I think this message is for you because I'm starting to get goosebumps. So if I can find 2 or 3 different matches, then I know that we're like kind of zeroing in. Hi, Precious. Welcome. Carol, I'm doing fine. Alrighty, so Leona, did your dad pass after your uncle or before? I'm not sure which is coming because I'm getting now like several people stepping in, so that's kind of what I'm looking for. Okay, because this is really, really big. Something about the last child. Okay, after. So your uncle passed after. Was he kind of like a big brother dad figure to you after your dad died? Because he's really talking about the kids. Okay, he's also telling me the last one was born after he died. Something about the last one. Your dad passed after. Okay, so let me figure this out. He keeps talking about the last one being born after he passed. So was your last child born after he passed, Leona? Hi, Joy. Okay. Are any of your children named after him? Because he's talking about the little one. He's talking about the little one. Okay. Because he's telling me he knows all 6, but something special about the last one. I don't know what that is. I don't know if he looks like him or if he was named after him or her. Okay, so Rebecca, appreciate that, and the others that have just joined us. I'm only doing mediumship readings right now, so it's not like a regular card reading. This is going to be strictly for mediumship, so that's no after him, but after my father. Okay, Leona, I get that, but your last child born was born after him passing? He's talking to me about the youngest child you have. Okay. He's still talking to me about the youngest child you have. Something very special about the youngest. I know it's a little bit different, but he's like zeroing in on your youngest child. There's something very special about the youngest. And he's like this, youngest. Literally youngest. This is unique. This is kind of fun. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, your last child. Oh, and I forgot. Is Facebook not scrolling? Okay, I'm making sure this time. I goofed up on that last time. Alrighty. And so one of the things I will share with everybody that's just joining, he has my uncle's Buddhas. Hi, Brittany. Okay. All right, Leona, thank you for that. You can see the kind of delay that we're getting with this. So, guys, with Facebook doing that delay, you have my sincerest apologies. But, okay, so, Leona, there's like this special love sent to you, and especially the fact that your youngest has the Buddhas. Does your youngest ever sense his uncle, well, it'd be his, what, great uncle, I guess, around him, something like that? It's like he's watching over the youngest in particular. I don't know if he's doing like some of this kind of stuff with him, or it's very unique. He's absolutely adoring the fact that there's something very special about the youngest child. And obviously you said he, so it's a little boy as well. So he's just like beaming and sending you lots of love because he knows about the children and the fact that you have 6. But it's always, there's this special bond he's like sharing right now with you. It's almost like your youngest is got a lot of his traits, a lot of his personalities, a lot of, oh, okay, he's very funny. He's, okay, perfect. So Leona, he's like, the kid's got my looks, you know, the kid's got my looks, and he's kind of like beaming about that. So that makes perfect. So you're a spiritual medium as well. All right, Leona, thank you for that. That helps a lot. So that also explains the gifting. So Leona, your uncle is literally sending you love and light, but also to the children as well. And to let you know that anytime your youngest is looking at the Buddhas, he's kind of like this, kind of sitting around and going, yeah, I know they're mine, but you're enjoying them. And it's literally this like, it's this overwhelming little kind of a giggle he has that's very unique and very special, Leona, that he is sending your way. So I just think that's very special. So we're just going to send that to you and share that with love. And when you look at the Buddhas next time, know that he's going to be standing right there with you because, you know, love never dies, as you well know as a spiritual medium. And I love the fact that the very first message came through for another medium. That just rocks my world. So I think that's fabulous. And he's literally doing one of these, kind of like, you know, here you go and enjoy it. Oh. Do you also do card readings, Leona? I know you're a spiritual medium, but do you also do card readings? I got to ask that because he's showing me cards. So there's a reason he's showing me cards. Don't know. I'll wait and see because, again, we have that little bit of a delay coming through. Okay, perfect. Do not be surprised. Hi, Cindy. Do not be surprised, Leona, if the next time you do a card reading, you get a message that's going to be specifically for you, because he also tells me he manipulates your cards, which I think is kind of fun. So on that, I will send you love and light, and we'll see who else is going to be joining us here. And I'm going to introduce again, because we do have some new people that have just joined. Leona, thank you for sharing your uncle with me. It's very special. Oh, that was too cool. Okay. Hi, my name is Monica. Hi, Cindy. My name is Monica. This is a group mediumship reading. I was literally pulled to the computer to go ahead and do this. Love and light to you as well, Leona, to do this for you. And my method of doing this is unique than some others. It's really quite unique at all. And hi, Mary, and hi, Anne. One of the things I'll share with you is prior to coming on camera, I always go into prayer first and ask that the space is cleansed and also very clear. And then I ask for signs and visions, smells, tastes, touches, all of those good things to kind of come through. And I will tell you that many times I'll get readings and the messages are from more than one. So that's kind of why we started off with Leona this morning. And it was, you know, the messages about Hawaii, like literally Hawaii and dolphins and whales. And it kind of led up to, you know, the Navy here. So that's kind of how that all started. Hi, Kay. And so, Mary, again, we are doing group mediumship readings. So we are looking for loved one matches. And so we have now released Leona's wonderful uncle. And I do thank you for sharing that with him and with me. Before I came here, again, the other image that I got, hi, Bessan, the other image that I got took me literally to the Mediterranean. And I know that's kind of crazy, but I saw the outline of the Mediterranean. So I was smelling that wonderful, warm, Greek, Italian landscape. It has a very unique smell to it. It's very strong. It's like you get there and it's the Mediterranean and then it's mixed with all of this good stuff together. And so what I'm getting is someone that's either from Greece or from Italy. Those are the two countries I got led to. So either from Greece or Italy. And I will tell you that it is two people that came through, and it's like a husband and wife or a mom and a dad. It's kind of the feeling that I have. Could be grandparents. But I will tell you, they're telling me old country, old country, old country. And I instantly saw the columns, like in Greece and also in Italy, like in Rome. I saw like the Colosseum, but I also saw, you know, the Temple of Athens and that kind of stuff. So I couldn't figure out where it's going. But this was definitely Mediterranean. Okay, and they just told me someone's planning a trip to the old country. So that's, I've got three things going on here. So we've either got Greece and Italy. Okay, precious, already. Are you planning on going to a cruise or a flight to Italy in the very near future? This year, maybe the beginning of next year? Because I'm literally getting sucked to the boot, sucked to Greece. It's kind of this back and forth thing. Okay, Yaroslava. Okay, so it could be again for two different people. They were the first to come here, Precious. Okay, but they're talking about a trip. They're talking about a trip back home. So somebody is planning on either going there or they just came from a trip, like not a cruise ship, but it feels like a cruise ship. So it's almost like you're touring through the islands in the Mediterranean as well. So I've got, not that you know of. Okay, so this they're being very specific. So it's two people that would have died in a very close time frame with each other. So one may have passed first, and the other one followed a few months or a year later, kind of close to the same date. They're showing me Italy, they're showing me Greece, they're showing me the Mediterranean landscape. They're filling my nose with smells of like grapes and marinara and grape olives. Like they're doing like everything possible to get this to come across. And as someone that is planning a trip to go home, they're really big about the trip going home, either this year or the first part of next year, or looking at travel brochures to see how expensive it might be. So this is literally, they're telling me you're going on a trip. Okay, your cousin's parents. Okay, I know you said you still have family there, but who's going on the trip? They're talking about a trip. And it really does feel like taking, the little cruise trip into the islands itself. And I'll tell you, they're filling my mouth with like tastes of like walnuts and grapes and grape leaves and maybe your cousin. Okay. I'm looking for very specifics. Italy or Greece and a trip. Hi, Rochelle. And it's like the person that's going to be watching, maybe this will happen in the replay. So if it does, and this is in the replay, please let me know. Okay, Carol, your grandparents are also from Italy. Carol, are you planning to make a trip back home? Not your home, of course, but your grandparents. Were you thinking about going to Italy or Greece or taking a Mediterranean cruise? So it's going to be somebody that's actually watching that would know this. So were you looking at recent maps or looking at brochures or travel brochures or going online checking for flights or cruises? They're being really specific. It's kind of what I'm waiting for. Make sure Facebook isn't hiding messages on me this time. It's kind of what I'm looking for. So, and if not, then I'll just leave it and we'll come back and see who else is here. Okay, Carol, so that's not for you then, because they're really adamant about a trip home. They keep saying trip home. Okay, trip home. Okay, let me ask a question. This is kind of weird, so I'm going to try and get the message through as I can. Were they planning on going on a trip before they passed? And it would have been very clear. It's like, darn it, they didn't make the trip. They didn't get a chance to see Uncle so-and-so back in Italy or back in Athens or whatever it might be. Because they're talking about a trip. Ida, okay, hi. Whoop, hi. Ida, your family's leaving in June for Italy. Alrighty. So let me zero in, because they did tell me somebody was watching. Are both your grandparents, Ida, passed? Because I'm feeling like these two belong together. And they have this cute little rapport, this back and forth. It's almost argumentative teasing. Okay, so I'm going to zero back into Ida. So Miss Ida, are both of your grandparents passed? And would they have had this cute little rapport, kind of back and forth teasing, like almost argumentative joking? But they would have passed very close to the same time frames to each other. Okay. Would they have passed very close to the same time frame to each other, Ida? Oh, they're going home. Okay. Hi, Karen. All right. Hi, Anne-Marie. So, Miss Ida, I'm zeroing in on you, my darling, because of the trip. Okay, Cindy, and I appreciate that. That's Germany, but this is really specific. Okay, back to Ida. Because Cindy, appreciate that. This is really, really Italy and or Greece, but now I'm going to zero in on the Italian factor. All right, Ida. And they had this nitpicky, jokey, argumentative thing, kind of said, you know, back and forth. Okay, so Ida, hi, this message is for you. Are your parents still living, Ida? Because this is a message for, like, to get to the Mia Familia. Okay, we're going to go Mia Familia here. Okay. And are you going on the trip, Ida? I hope. I hope, I hope, I hope. Okay, they want you to go see their home. Hi, Jessica. They want you to go see where they grew up. It's like take a piece of them with you. Oh, that's very specific. Take a piece of them with you. Okay, so I am with Ida on this one. Hi, Jessica. Definitely with Ida. Ida, are you going on the trip with the family? And we're either one. Okay. Okay. August of 2017. Your dad just passed. August 1st is my sister's birthday. That's the only reason I'm zeroing in on Ida. Ida, were either one of them cremated, or do you have something of them, a lock of hair or something? I know it's weird. It's like a lock of hair. Hi, Deborah. Alrighty. Mom is going with brother and sister. Oh, I wish you could go as well. Do you know if your mom has, they're saying, take a piece of me with you and take it home. It's kind of like this release. I wish you could go, Ida. So this message is for your mom. Definitely thinking it's for your mom and for your brother and sister. I don't know if it's cremations or ashes or a piece of hair or even a piece of clothing, like a small little piece, like cut a piece. And it's kind of like a tribute to take it home. It's just remember the old ways, and it's this beautiful, loving gift. Then they're going, and they really want your mom to go find your grandma's hair. Okay, thank you, Ida. You're making me like literally cover in goosebumps here. Take a little piece of grandma's hair. This is a message for your mom, and know that when she releases it, like go and see if you can see if she can find the old house, and it's like literally release it to the winds of Italy, and know it's the greatest tribute that you could do. For your grandparents, because they're going to be joining your mom, your brother, and your sister on this trip. And it's like, go and take a look at the old house. Go and feel the love of the old country and literally just kind of release it to the winds. And it's kind of like, we'll be right there with you. So that's so special. Okay. I'm liking that one, Ida. So if you can pass that message on to your mom, know that your grandparents, their love is always around everybody. It's one of the things I strongly say all the time, and it's, thanks, Carol, is love never dies. Our loved ones are not dead in body, yes, in spirit and in love and in energy, no. They're always around us. They know what's going on, and just the proof alone, you know, that the trip is going and that there was something special. Take a little piece with you when you go and release it. And it just helps all of this. Palermo. Oh, can I go with your mom and your brother and your sister? Can I go? I love Palermo. It's so beautiful. Yeah, okay. That makes so much more sense to me as well. So it's time to go visit the old country, say hello, and just... That's a big old wonderful one. So Miss Ida, please share that with your mom if she's up to that. If not, you might want to do it like as a recommendation. You know, Grandma would really love it if you would take a little piece of them with them, even if you don't tell them about this reading. But if you tell them about this reading, they can come back and watch it, because I always save it on the page. So you can share that with your mom, and you can say, hey, Mama, you need to do this, okay? Ooh, okay, very, very cool. So I'm also going to send your grandparents off with love and light, and let's see who else is here. Oh, wow, that was so cool. Alrighty, so I just have to, you know, I may not necessarily be able to zero in on the people that you're expecting, because it's just like whoever shows up is the one that shows up. Okay, bear with me here. I'm trying to understand. Okay. Somebody's talking about the fact that they had a dog that was left behind after they passed, and the family had to take care of the dog. Wow. The family had to take care of the dog, but the dog died shortly afterwards as well. Okay. So, a relative would have died. They would have left a dog, a good dog, and the dog would have died shortly after. They're telling me the dog is with them, but you took care of it for a little period of time. Does that make sense to anybody? Dora, I hear you say me. Would a loved one have passed and left a dog behind that the family would have had to take care of, and the dog died a few months later? That's what they're showing me, because now the dog's with them. It's like the dog couldn't handle it anymore and wanted to go home with the owner. Oof. That's really kind of where I'm going on this one. Okay. Yaroslava. Okay, so I've got Dora and Yaroslava both claiming that one. So the dog that I'm seeing is a long-haired dog, mainly black and white. Jake's mama. Okay, Cindy, and you took care of the dog? And they're telling me that the dog would have died about 6 months after they did. You're welcome, Ida. Absolutely. So that's kind of where I'm going with it. And again, guys, I'm sorry Facebook is a little delayed in the comments from the questions I'm asking. Okay, so hon, I'm not sure, I want to make sure these are mediumship readings, and all I can do is be an evidential medium for whoever is showing up. I can't be specific to anyone. It's why I search out for what matches and kind of go that way. Okay, so y'all did for a little bit of time. Okay, so Cindy, is the dog black and white and long hair? Because they're showing me black and white and long hair. Not that small either. He was a greyhound. Okay, not this one then. Okay, so Cindy, I'm going to have to share with you that's probably not Jake's mom that's coming through. This is black and white, long hair. And it's like the dog was always grieving after the owner passed. It would didn't want to play, didn't want to do anything, just barely ate. Literally was grieving for its owner and literally decided to go home on its own. And it's like right now I'm seeing these two playing back and forth, back and forth. It's like the dog loved to play ball before, but after that completely lost interest. So that's kind of where I'm asking. We'll see if we can get a match there. It's like, okay, I will tell you the person was quite elderly, but the dog still wanted to do it. Okay, Anna, I'm just going with the feelings that I'm having and the evidence that's coming through. So Anna, I will tell you from any mom standpoint, and I'm going to share that with you because it's a message I get in every single reading. If the situation were reversed, you would not want your mom brokenhearted, and she would also not want the same for you. And I understand for the messages that everyone loves to hear from their relatives, but if you reverse it, know that all they want is for your life to be better. So this is going to be a healing message for anyone that is in grieving process, and I totally understand. It's your relatives love you. They are not gone. They are always around you. They love you unconditionally. And those are the things that these type of mediumship readings and why I do them are so important. It's just love never dies. It's just that simple. The energy of who we are is love. And it comes, of course, from God. It's our soul. That never goes away. And they do know what's going on in your life. They do know what trials and tribulations you're going through and also what celebrations you have. So it's really important that we share that as well. So hi, Georgia. Georgia, I see that you're new with this particular thing. We are doing mediumship readings. And before I let this lovely person go with the dog, I'm going to share the evidence one more time. It would have been an elderly kind of person. The dog used to love to play ball. The elderly person would have passed, and the dog, which is black and white and kind of long hair, not like a looper long, but kind of long hair, literally was in grieving process and died shortly after. That's the evidence that I'm looking for, and it might show up for someone that watches this in a replay. So if I don't find a good match right now, then we'll let it go and see who else is coming through, if anyone. Hi, Catherine, and thank you, Jessica. I appreciate that. Okay, so elderly person, black and white, long-haired dog. Dog would have died shortly after the owner. That's kind of what we're looking for, and I don't have a match. So I'm going to have to, they're like sitting here going, please, they're going to show up. So I don't know if that's going to be in a replay or not, so I will let that go. Hi, Sandra. If someone knows of that, or like, please, by all means, put that in the comments so that we can release that as well. Okay. Ooh, that one's hard. I have a very little girl next to me. She's feeling to me between the ages of 5 and 8. And she's literally saying, my mom's here. Oh, okay. So did someone lose a child? Somewhere between the ages, I'm going to say 5 to 8. A little girl, pretty little girl, because she's here on my left-hand side, and she's saying, my mom's here. And this may have been a child that would have died 5 or 8 years ago, might have been a miscarriage as well, but it would have been well known that it was a little girl. And this child would have been named. Oh, those are tough. Okay, she keeps telling me my mom's here. She's just as cute as can be. Just as cute as can be. Ida, yes to what part, please? So when you're telling me yes, guys, or whatever, I need a little bit more so I can zero in. That's really where I am. So we're looking for a little girl between the ages of 5 and 8. Might have been a miscarriage, but it would have been known that it was a little girl, and the girl was named Ida. Okay, we're back to you. Does anyone in your family, would she have blonde, strawberry blonde hair when she was born, or would that have been a match to someone in the family? Hi, Mary. Okay, I have this little girl, and she's literally saying, my mommy's here. Okay, you lost 3 kids. Does anyone in your family, Ida, have blonde hair that she would have resembled? Very cute, curly blonde hair. She's literally saying, I look like my mom, but blonde. I look like my mom, but blonde. I look like my mom, but blonde. Okay, and it has to be between the, like, 5 to 8 years ago if this was indeed a miscarriage. Okay, your sister passed too, but I'm literally, this is a little girl who's claiming her mom. She's claiming her mother's here. And she's showing me blonde curly hair, just as adorable as can be. Okay. Hi, Ellie. So there is a blonde resemblance in the family. Okay, Ida. Forgive me then if this is bringing back painful memories, but I have this little girl, and it's like, I don't know if there was, she's telling me there was like a commemoration, that's the word I'm looking for, like a commemoration of either her passing or it's not even a birthday. You had the miscarriage. That's what I was saying, it wasn't a birthday. But it's like the date, like you can still remember the date that happened. Was that relatively recent? It's like this feeling, like this overwhelming, what would she be like now? Okay. Ida, you have a lot of good relatives in your family. We have this very strong connection. So, hi, Glenda. So this little girl is actually saying, Mama, it's okay, don't hurt. Literally, Mama, it's okay, don't hurt. Know that she is beaming and telling me she looks like you when you were little, and that it's okay. Okie dokie, hold on. Ida, prior to the miscarriage, did you buy her, I know girls like pink, but did you buy, or do you have a photo of yourself in a very pastel blue dress? She's showing me a pastel blue dress. That's really specific, either for you when you were little, or that you have a picture, or did someone like buy something for you? It's almost like those little round collars, blonde curly hair, and she's literally telling me, hi, Christy. She's literally telling me, like mom, over and over and over again, like mom. And just that she's sending like just little bubbles of love. That's literally what they look like cartoon animation bubbles, you know? And in the bubbles, there's all these little hearts, like little bubbles inside the bubbles. That's literally what she's sharing to me, Ida. So I'm kind of curious if something about the blue dress rings a bell, or a blue top with white. It's like blue and white. I don't know if it was for you or for her. But she's saying that's what she wants you to remember. It's okay, not a problem. When you see it, it's going to like you're going to ring a bell with it. And when you see this color, it's going to be, yeah, I do remember, so not a problem. And she's literally sending bubbles to you. So I think that's adorable and sweet. And she's just saying, Mama, don't hurt. It's okay. It's literally, Mama, it's okay. So I'm going to let this beautiful little child go. She's adorable. And we'll just let her be on her way. My goodness. When I get children like that, those are always hard for me because they're all so beautiful and all so special. You did have the blue. Okay. And so just remember that's kind of what when you were little and you had that little blue dress, that's what this beautiful little girl would have looked like, just like Mama. So that's why she's sending it, and it is light blue. Okay. That makes a whole lot more sense to me as well. Goodness gracious. Well, you have a beautiful daughter. So I think that's just very, very special. Wow. Well, welcome to everybody. Hi, my name is Monica, and yes, I'm an evidential medium, and I got pulled to the screen today to go ahead and do this for you as my gift for this Friday. I do things a little bit differently to some. I put it into prayer prior to coming here, and then I wait for the evidence to come through. So, and that's kind of how we kind of do the searching. So I always try to find the evidence to match the individual. So that's kind of unique. Okay, good, Ida. I'm glad. So that's awesome. Enjoy that factor, Ida, and take that to love and light with that as well. Alrighty, so I'm being pulled directly whoop, out of Italy, out of this beautiful little blonde girl, out of the dog, and I'm going, of all things, to Native American. And they're being very, very specific, almost like, okay, I'm going to say it for what they're telling me, like full blood. I'm glad, Ida. So I'm hearing full blood Native American, and very, very proud of their heritage. Very, very adamant. They're showing me the feathers. They're showing me the drums. They're showing me the leather, the old ways. They're showing me the tribal community. They're showing me the history of Native America. That's very, very special. I literally almost blurt out Cherokee, but I don't want to be that specific. Interesting. It's literally, I can literally hear ceremony and powwow. And they're talking like 100% Native American, 100% Native American. That's who they were, and very, like, I'm getting this real tall stance. But they knew the ways of the garden. They knew the ways of the old ways. Almost like a chief would be the knowledge person, or the not the medicine man typically, but that's too cliche-ish. But it's like they would have known the old ways, what herbs to use, what things to use that you can, strip bark off a birch tree and have painkiller. I know that's crazy, but that's true. And it's like the willow. They know like all of the things in trees and nature, and they love to pass on that knowledge. Is anyone ringing a bell with Native America? Native American traditions, or would have been fascinated by them and learned them. Once again, this might show up for somebody afterwards, but this is really, really strong. And it's not like they wore the leather suits. They would have been regular jeans and shirts. Herbal medicine. Hi, Karen. Anything in reference on the herbal medicine that would have been Native American specific. They're being very specific about Native American. It's interesting. They would have still had the traditional, the cowboy boots, the blue jeans, the flannel shirt. This is a man, by the way. The striped shirts, the whole hoopla, the bolero, the hat, the big belt buckle. But they would have known well about animals. They would have known about their horses. They would have known about the gardening. They would have known that you don't kill dandelions, you dig them up and eat them, that kind of stuff. Best source of iron on the planet, by the way. So I'm really looking for Native American heritage. They keep straightening up their bolero, something around here about the throat. So they keep straightening up the bolero. Interesting. All right, so Miss Karen, herbal medicine. Would it be specifically tied to herbal medicine around animals? That's kind of different. As in, like tobacco for colic kind of things for horses, not for people. It's really going there strong. And very tall, like 6'2". Okay, not ringing bells with anybody. Okay, I'm going to leave that one alone, and I'm sorry, darling, they're not getting it. They either get it or they don't. Okay. Alrighty. Well, I've been on almost an hour, and I'm going to go ahead and close this reading. I know that you guys like these, so I am planning on doing them more often. Right now, kind of technically planning on like every Friday morning, but you know, I might get called to do it sooner than that. So for those of you I did connect with today, thank you for sharing your loved ones with me. It is always appreciated. If you'd like a private mediumship reading with me, it is on my website. Okay, Alyssa, before I go, hi, Alyssa. Alrighty, so Alyssa, let me ask you a question, darling. Hi, Mary. Alyssa, thank you for popping that out before we went away. So I'm going to ask, you believe you have some Native American blood, but we're not sure about that. Okay. Now, this is something, and Alyssa, I appreciate that, and I was just double checking before I let this gentleman go. This is something where the person would have known, and they would have been raised as a child, handing down the herbs and the medicines and all of those good things as well. So, Alyssa, I don't think this is for you, but I do appreciate you bringing that up as well. So, guys, I'm coming back this afternoon, and I'm going to be doing readings for a cause, and it's going to be all about card readings where you can buy a live reading from me for whatever price you would like. So stay tuned on the page. Watch out for the notifications. We are going to be coming back later on this afternoon, and we're going to be doing live readings for a cause to help out my endangered horses and get them off the kill buyers lots. So once again, I do appreciate it. If you'd like a personal reading from me, mediumship or card, houseofangelcardreadings.com. And yes, they are on sale today. We are celebrating that we went over 3,800 followers this morning. So again, guys, thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful and a wonderful day. Remember, it's Fabulous Friday, and the fact that love never dies. Your loved ones know all about you, and they're sending you their love and light. Take care.